Hello, I'm Mia Lorenzo, and welcome to Celebrate South Florida. I'm on beautiful Espanola Way in Miami Beach. And you know, I was just thinking about reasons why people visit South Florida. Let's see, is it our beautiful weather or our pristine beaches perhaps? Or it might just be our multicultural, multi-ethnic community that draws people here. And with that comes one thing that's just as much part of the community as sun and fun.
That's the reason we're here every morning. I think Miami runs on Cuban coffee. Without Cuban coffee, most places wouldn't be functioning till noon, and it's just a big thing because you take one colada and you share it with everyone in the office, and it's part of what makes Miami great.
It's a big kick up. It just makes you, you have to do it. And once you live here, I mean, I've lived here about 10 years. I'm originally from Trinidad, and it's kind of just acclimated into my life. And I would say that it's something that makes it very social. The setup at windows and popular corners and stuff like that, I think that makes it more of a meeting place where you do get to meet people and you do get to meet interesting people.
Just like New York has its delis, Miami has its cafe windows. Unique to our lifestyle and essential to our culture, Cuban coffee windows can be found at every major enclave across Miami.
I love Enriqueta's. Enriqueta's has the best coffee and tostada that you'll find anywhere. Been coming here forever. Anybody that I ever bring here or anybody that I know brings here always comes back and starts bringing other people. This is just a wonderful place. It defines Miami culture. Cafe Con Leche is now a household name all around the world. There's nothing like this. I don't know why, but this tostada is so special, and the coffee they make is so good. It's really unusual.
Location, location, location. Being centrally located near Wynwood, the design district and the boom of Midtown, this corner in Northeast Miami attracts a multitude of people to take a break out of the day.
From the top-notch to the politicals, to the hard workers, to the professionals. We've had meetings held at Enriqueta. Everybody comes here for coffee. Cuban coffee is a big part of Miami style for Spanish and Americans who've learned to drink coffee. A booster shot, they call it. And we have Cuban espresso coffee. We have the colada, which is the same thing as the espresso. It's just enough to serve for several people with a little shot cup. We have the cortadita, which is an espresso with a shot of milk. We have the café con leche, which is a lot of steamed milk with a shot of coffee.
Well, this is kind of our routine, I guess. We come here every other day almost, so a little breakfast special for the guys at work, that type of thing.
Arriving to North America with Captain John Smith, coffee became a cross-cultural symbol of unity. Although it's hard to say when the first window opened, this way of life originated when a large influx of Cubans arrived to the United States in the 1960s.
Cuban is a big part of Miami lifestyle. So in terms of the coffee, I think it's something different that we offer in this city that you can't get in other cities. And it's a nice quick little pickup. You come to the window, you get it done. I like the idea of not standing online. It's a very American thing to stand online. Here it's kind of a fun free-for-all. I'm from New York. I've been living here for 9 years, traveling back and forth. My grandparents grew up here, so I've been in Miami back and forth for a long time. But in the last few years, you really see how the city's changed. It's become more of a destination, and I think more of the country is being exposed to the Cuban community, the Cuban influences that we have in the town. The greatest part about the New York deli is the pace. You get in, they take your order, you pay, and you're out. Here, part of the allure is kind of like the hobnobbing. It's more of a friend-to-friend thing. You know, everyone's overwhelmed, and even if they're not, you're still going to stand there unless you call out to them, which they hear you, and they'll bring you your things, but it's very non-traditional in that respect. Very traditional Cuban, non-traditional American, so it's nice to see that blend. And it's nice to see the real Americans come here and have to kind of adapt to that.
I can practice my Spanish here. And like I said, the people are very nice here. And also, you know, when a restaurant is always open and always in a corner, it always brings a lot of people. And so if on top of that, you know, the people are very nice and the coffee and the food is good, you're going to see always a lot of people.
I've been working at David's Cafe as a manager for 4 years. It's always different. There's always new people coming in. We have stars coming in. We have the local politicians here every morning. We're open 24 hours, and you come in at 6 in the morning, the restaurant could be packed with party goers. Good part of our sales does come from our window. Does very well. On the beach, it's probably one of our most popular windows. I mean, there's not a lot of Cuban windows open 24 hours a day on the beach.
Well, every time I come to Miami Beach, if I want to drink Cuban coffee, this is my place. It's like the tobacco smoker. They go to the special places. Well, I do the same thing with coffee. I have my 2 special places publicly and my very special at home.
Regardless if you live here or you're visiting from out of town, the world's most popular drink has its own flavor in South Florida. Coffee is grown in more than 50 countries and is second to petroleum in world trade.
Well, I come from South Carolina. You don't have this atmosphere here, and it's like a culture, different culture. You can't find it nowhere else. The atmosphere is a melting pot. You get to meet different types of people here, and you get to converse and learn the language that comes to this window. The first time I tried the Cuban coffee was a bit strong, and after a couple of times I got used to it. Now it's like almost like water. So I enjoy it.
We work together, and every day we look for coffee break. I wasn't into coffee before until I moved to Miami, and then you just get into it. It's part of like your daily life.
I think right now this is probably probably one of the only real Cuban places on the beach right now. I know there was a few other ones, but David's has been around forever, and the food's amazing here. So I know it's a historic place, and people always are coming here.
In the daily grind of everyday life, the world of coffee can be sipped, savored, or shot, depending on your mood. From the sunny beaches of South Beach to the corporate skyscrapers of Brickell, coffee is a staple of the Latin community that has become a way of life in South Florida.
You want some coffee?
So the next time you're jonesing for a little Java, forget those other commercial coffee houses. Go find yourself a cafe window, meet some people, and be a part of Miami tradition. Salud!